Infinera is an optical systems company, but we're unique in that we are vertically integrated. We actually have a semiconductor fab that we run here, and we make our own photonic integrated circuit, or PIC, in that fab. The PIC combines dozens of what would be otherwise discrete optical components like lasers and modulators and photodiodes, and puts them into a single pair of semiconductor chips. And in doing that, it dramatically lowers the cost of these chips, as well as the power consumption, and increases reliability. Well, I mean, there was just, a lot of risks when we started the company. I mean, at the highest level, there was a massive technology risk, because no one knew if this was doable. We didn't know if it was doable. It had never been done before. There was massive financing risk. We needed to raise, we knew, a few $100 million of capital. This is post-bubble 2001. Unclear that we were going to be able to raise that kind of money. And then finally, there was huge market risk. From a technical standpoint, a lot of people said, you can't make any of these. So we made one. And they said, well, you can make one, but you won't make it in volume. So we made them in volume. And they said, well, you can't make it with good yields. And we did that. You can't make them with low cost. We did that. So you can't make them reliable. Well, we now have, north of 200 million hours of live operation in the field with exactly 0 failures. So the rest of the industry is doing 40 gig with even more components than 10 gig. And because of that, the cost of 40 gig has been very stubborn in terms of coming down. It hasn't come down very much at all. So the question is, how are these guys going to address the issue of cost of 40 gig? And the answer is, the only way that we know how to do that is integration. And the only company capable of integrating is Infinera. So we believe that while we may not be first to market with 40 gig, we're actually going to be best to market. Well, our belief is that the internet can't scale without integration. And leaving aside the issue of whether Infinera is the one that provides it or somebody else does it, integration in general, we believe, is here to stay, because there's no other way, there's no other mechanism we're aware of to address the fundamental requirements of cost and power and space and reliability other than integration. And the electronics industry with silicon is a good example of how once integration becomes real, there's no turning back the clock. We think the optical industry would be the exact same way. And our goal is simply to be the leading provider of integrated circuits and systems based on them over the next 5-10 years.